this week on the Bubble Chat.
I'm thinking TMZ is Illuminati. They know everybody motherfucking business. They always dropping shit first and get all the exclusives. I'm just wondering what the hell Harry and Kris Jenner got going on over there.
And what the fuck is going on with these motherfuckers who got a whole body camera on and they still cutting up with the camera on? And it is the devil. When she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, they are demonic forces that don't even think about what's going on. They just like out of body.
And from Players Club to the movie Hustlers, which Cardi B was in, to the series P-Valley. We know there's some tricky, sticky things going on in the boom, boom, boom. Let's get that lap dance.
When I think of Project 2025, I think of all of the essentials that are on Jeopardy. For example, gay marriage, the Department of Education, the free lunch program, Social Security, etc. Those are essentials that people use because the truth is the government doesn't know what the fuck we're going through.
With Adidas, Adidas is a household name brand. They've been around for many, many years. So he worked his way up to a great status. And I'm not trying to justify his behavior, but Kanye has been diagnosed of having mental illness.
But are you guys also informed that Donald J. Trump also withdrew participating in the presidential debate?
What?
Because he can't go against her. She gonna
hold on.
I'm just trying to give you something spooky out to forget. I'm just trying to give you something. I'm just trying to give you something spooky out to forget.
Glasses.
I'm just trying to give you something.
The season 2 for We'll Chat today. Wrapping up an incredible journey that has taken us through some of the intriguing and diverse conversations of the year. We've explored a wide range of topics, from cutting-edge technology to personal growth, and today we're bringing it all together for a memorable conclusion. And excuse me, with that being said, I would just like to let y'all know that I accidentally lighten my hair. It's just too light. I tried to do a golden blonde. I was on the phone doing too much, and this is what happened. It looks like it's a gray hair.
And
anyway, I'm getting braids tomorrow. It'll be better when my roots start going back out. I think myself.
You give a little Beyonce about the highlight. Get the Beyonce about the highlight.
Anyways,
I wish.
Throughout the season, we have had the pleasure of hosting a variety of guests who have shared their insights, experience, and expertise with us. Each episode has brought in unique perspectives, sparking curiosity and inspiring thoughtful discussions. As we look back on these conversations, we'll highlight some of the most impactful moments and revisit the key themes that have emerged.
Today's episode will be reflecting on the stories and lessons that stood out, revisiting the moments that resonated most with our listeners. We'll also hear from some of our guests and audience members about how these discussions have influenced their lives and work. It's time to celebrate the knowledge we've gained and the community we've built together.
And as we close the season, we want to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has tuned in, shared their thoughts, and supported the Bubble Chat. Your engagement and enthusiasm has made this journey truly special. So sit back, relax, and join us as we take one last look at seasons 2 of the Bubble Chat, filled with humor, tea, dysfunctionality, bullshit, unprofessionalism, shade, the fool of fucking niggatry of it all. And before I close it with our Wendy Williams statement, I would like to bring in and join and celebrate bringing in Fukina, who has been co-hosting during this season 2 and will be a permanent part of our podcast panel on season 3. Give it up for Fukina.
Thank you.
Yes, baby. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. I appreciate that.
Yes. So now, as Wendy Williams once said, it's time for that tea. And everybody, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay, well, first on the agenda, Vanessa Hudgens recently gave birth to her first child with Cole Tucker. Unfortunately, her family has experienced an unsettling experience when photos of Vanessa holding the newborn surfaced online. According to Variety, paparazzi were stationed outside of the hospital where Vanessa gave birth and took photos of her leaving the building while holding her newborn baby. Vanessa expressed her disappointment of her family's privacy being disrespected and exploited, but thankfully the baby was healthy. TMZ was the first outlet to report that she gave birth to her child, and their story consisted of the paparazzi photos. I just want to say this. When you think of a baby, you think of its safety. You think of the impact that it has, right? And you also think about how you want to protect your child as you can. That's why a lot of celebrities don't be posting their babies on social media. Either they show their babies on the backside, or if they do it in the front, they put an emoji on, or completely blurred. Or it's really their parents' choice rather they chose to show their babies. And when I was reading this story, I think about the time where Vanessa filed a lawsuit against the officers for taking graphic photos of human corpses of the helicopter crash that Kobe and Gigi was involved in tragically. And the fact that the paparazzi photos would disrespect Vanessa's privacy is like really disgusting and something that the paparazzi should be held accountable for. What's your thoughts on this?
I have to be totally honest. I am oblivious to Vanessa, and I'm oblivious.
And that's all right, because I am too, but I got a little something to say. So, this is the case of OPP.
He always got something to say.
That's what we're here for. So, this case of OPP, we don't know who the peen and the puss belong to, and they got the baby going on, but this is what I will say. First off, I'm thinking TMZ is Illuminati. They know everybody motherfucking business. They always dropping shit first and get all the exclusives. I'm just wondering what the hell Harry and Kris Jenner got going on over there. But back to this baby. When the baby is born and you look at it, it's not too much the baby got to work with. So that's the base. So some people be proud. Their kids be real, real cute. I know a woman had a baby later on in life that she was precious when she was born. Natural born killer about the face today. So sometimes you have to either wait or take advantage taking the pictures of them babies as they're young. All I hope is that the baby is cute and it had enough hair on it. That's all.
Well, if that's the case, I really do agree with Adonis. And it's almost like when you get pregnant, you don't want to announce you're pregnant to the 4th month.
Exactly.
Like you just want to protect. So I get it.
Yeah, but then, some people be gung ho, girl, I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby. Some people, it's the same
That's
thing.
how I was.
Don't show off their babies the day they were born until 1 or 2 days later.
Right, because Joanne, when you was born, you was my first son, honey. Could nobody tell me nothing, honey?
Right.
I was like, this my motherfucking son, honey. Can't nobody tell me shit about this little cute bundle of motherfucking joy, honey. This is my baby. I be ass over this one right here. And did.
Now, did he have a head full of hair? Was a little bald head
baby too, ain't it? Yes, him is. And he's still
my baby. Did he have a
baby.
head full of hair, or was he bald headed?
He had hair.
I had hair? Oh yeah, I did remember.
He had hair. He was a little juicy thing, honey. And I would just get him dressed up every month for the occasion. If it was February, it was Valentine's. If it was March, it was St. Patrick's Day. If it was April, it was Easter. So I always had him. I just always used to like to dress my baby up.
That's good. As we all should. Everybody come out with that good birth perm, though. Everybody come out with good hair, though. Everybody come out with good hair.
Yeah, but them days is over, but he did.
And to this day, I still dress up on holidays, except for Easter.
Yeah, you got your own little style now, so I'm not I'm not in control of that because if I was, it would be different. But I'll let you do you because I'm still proud.
The shade.
And that's on what?
I'm just saying, like, I'll let you do
No,
you.
and that's on what?
And that's on everything.
You were supposed to
Mamas.
say period, but
Oh,
Oh, that's on period.
Oh,
what about mamas?
and
That's
mamas.
on.
That's on period and mamas. That's on period mamas.
Cetus too.
And
Period.
sisters too.
Mhm.
That's on period mamas, sisters, everybody.
My baby.
That's right.
Okay,
All right.
let's
Well,
move on so we
before
can keep
before
this
we move
thing
on
going,
to the
honey.
next topic, I do want to make a quick statement. As many of you are aware, on July 6th, 36-year-old woman Sonya Massey was fatally shot in the face by police after calling 911 for help with a possible intruder in her home. As of now, civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump has claimed that the case is now part of a Justice Department investigation, but noted that he didn't know the probe's scope or who might be involved. Massey's family claimed that the sheriff's deputy tried to sweep the fatal shooting under the rug. Sean Grayson, who murdered Massey, has been charged. I think this is a very important subject because this has been going on for who knows how long, and it's sickening, it's disgusting, it breaks my heart to this day, and it needs to stop. What do you think, Adonis?
Well, I saw today that the father, her parent, did an interview with Gail King. And from his knowledge, it was a whole cover up from the beginning. They said that when they got to the woman's home, that she was already dead and it was like a self-inflicting wound. And then not too long ago or a few days ago, the body cam came out and the officer was aggressive. So aggressive that she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And at that time, it seemed like he was triggered, and then he said, "Some, I'm gonna shoot you in your face." That's exactly what he said.
put the hot water down.
Yes, and then we couldn't see because it was showing the vantage view of the officer behind him, but his vantage view camera on his body showed that she was going down with her hands up. It didn't blast on her head anyway. So, Ben Crump is taking over, but it's very, very embarrassing that you know how it is. Like, it's not mad that you did it; you mad that you got caught. And even though this is a person's life that's in the matter of all of this, it's just really, really embarrassing that they tried to cover this up and now they're just being exposed. When you just could have been honest from the beginning. I mean, murderous or mistake, you could have just been honest about it. And now
Right. And what
so
the
much
fuck is going on with these motherfuckers who got a whole body camera on and they
that
still
still
cutting
do the
up with the
food.
camera on? And it is the devil. When she said, I rebuke you in the
Yes,
name of
yes,
Jesus, they are demonic forces that don't even think about what's going on. They just like out of body. It's like an out of body thing when they approach these us Black people. They go off and they lose their minds. They clock out.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
how much they hate us. And that's
Well,
so sad because we've not done anything to them from
She
day
didn't do
one. And
anything. They were supposed
during
to be helping her.
slavery, we
And why is he
breastfed
telling
their
me that?
babies.
Go ahead.
I had an
Mhm.
opportunity to watch the video. I actually watched it several times, and it was extremely hurtful and devastating
Mm.
to witness someone deliberately murdering someone that was on her
Calling for
knees.
help.
She initially called for help after
Yes.
um, after their arrival. She did go on, excuse me, hold on for a second. She initially called them for help during their arrival. Someone mentioned about something burning. I heard the police officer say,
Mm-hmm.
he said it very aggressively, don't burn anything up. So she walked over to the stove, to turn the pot off. And in the interim of her turning the pot off, he made another comment about the boiling water. And she responded, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that's when he went on to say, I will shoot you in your face. He said, I will shoot you in
Yes.
your face. And at that point, she began to plead and ask not to hurt, for him not to harm her. She threw her hands up. I did
It
not
went down on her knees.
well, I didn't witness her going down on her knees, but that was later stated in the interview. But I, I did see her, I did see him, shoot multiple shots in her face. He shot
Wow.
it in her face. One of the police
It, well,
officers did attempt to go and get the first aid kit. He
and
stopped
he said,
him.
"Don't do it.
Um,
She's done."
if she's done. Later on, when the other police officers arrived, he made a comment about this bitch is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hmm.
I hope, I don't even want to say hope. I know for a fact he's gonna get exactly what he deserves
Yeah,
because
he's being charged with
every
first degree
every
murder.
yeah, he's being charged with first degree murder. Everything is on film, and he should get what he deserves. And it's hurtful to personally speaking, to be a Black woman and to what's going on with your chest, Donnie? You over there flexing your muscles. I see you. It's hurtful being a Black woman. Just a Black person in general calling out in the attempt for someone to come and to protect you during a time of need, and you're being murdered.
Mm-hmm.
She
Wow.
clearly was. She clearly, they said that they checked her house. It was more than obvious that she was unarmed. She was there by herself. She, in terms of following all of the steps that they should have taken, she did everything that she was supposed to do. They asked for identification. She explained everything to them. The reason why she called them. She even said, "Thank you for coming. I love you." Upon their arrival. So.
Wow.
I definitely consider this a hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's just shameful that being a woman of color, to witness something like that, an unarmed Black woman being murdered in her own home is disgusting.
Especially when you calling for help and then they come and turn on you.
Exactly.
My God.
Like,
You don't
do you
even
think
realize you're calling for your murderer.
Yeah.
Like, you think of George Floyd, you think of Breonna Taylor, you think of Eric Garner, you think of Rayshard Brooks, you think of
all the other names we can't remember because the list goes on and on
and on and on and on and on. And this is why Mom's letting me know that if the police catches me, just let them know that I'm autistic, I'm unharmed, and I have not done anything wrong.
Yes, because that was the violin player. That was a violin young man that got with the shot that
It was an assassination.
That's just so sad. So, with all that being said,
I just wanted. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, with all that being said, I know it's a little bit late that we've addressed the topic, but this may be triggering for some of our listeners.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of the Bubble Chat, we send our deepest condolences to Sonya's family, friends, loved ones, and anyone else that might be affected. And we stand in solidarity with Sonya's family, and we are hoping and praying that they get the answers that they desperately need.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
She ain't gonna make it to trial.
So, moving on to our next topic, Cardi B snaps at Joe Biden. As the wait on her second album continues, Cardi B went off at podcast host Joe Budden for his criticism of her project rollout and made allegations of drug use against him. She went ballistic against him during a Twitter space session this past Friday. Following the wreck, Biden pushed back against allegations of cocaine use and never getting a quote lap dance from her. What do you guys think, bubblers?
Joe Budden be doing
Girl, you up here reading that story like Joe Biden. It's Joe Budden.
Oh, well, Budden, excuse me.
Joe Budden, yeah, that's very, very close to our city. Oop, he's no longer our president. Oh, is he our president? Because we got a black woman in the White House soon.
Excuse my mispronunciation.
a podcast host.
So he's always in check. Period.
Well, Cardi B was a stripper. Okay? Cardi B was a stripper. And from Players Club to the movie Hustlers, which Cardi B was in, to the series P-Valley. We know it be some tricky, sticky things going on in the boom room upstairs getting that lap dance. And I don't put it past Joe Budden that he might have had him some little sugar cocaine and some other little activities that he was in the back of the club. Because Cardi, and that was all ratchet Cardi. You know, he probably had to be high to enjoy the dance like that because she is not who she is today. But once a stripper, always a stripper thing.
Yeah, because her last little video, it did look a little wretched.
Yeah, you know, but stripper do stripper things. And I mean, he was in there Stripperville. I mean, you know, there you go, strip club behavior.
I'm gonna say like Shaka Khan said, even if someone was a stripper, you don't know her struggle.
Yikes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just all comes with the territory.
Exactly.
And I don't really expect much from her, nor do I expect much from him.
Exactly. And we know he used to be a dopey. Just a little bit.
And when it comes to cocaine, I did not realize how many people are on it.
Girl.
There's a lot of people on it, and it's recreational for them. They don't even flinch. It's not a big deal. You know, they feel like it's not crack. They're just snorting or whatever and putting a little powder in their weed. And
oh no!
Grammys?
Bitch, I was gonna say, wait, that's not a wait. Hold on, wait.
That's called a Grammy.
Together.
Yeah, I know.
A Grammy is cracking weed. A Primo is coke and weed. Now I've never smoked neither one, but I know the difference. It's a Primo and a Grammy. The Primo is the weed and the coke.
Right. Well, this is my thing.
That's a Grammy, yeah.
It's a Grammy.
Now, if I would have ever tried cocaine, I definitely wouldn't be trying it these days while they have fentanyl involved. I'm scared. It's scary. So these young people, they off the chain, and God is watching over them because He takes care of babies and fools.
Yes, He does. Yes, He does.
Period.
Well, okay, look, how about that? So look, listen to this. We got one more motherfucking hot topic coming up, and it's a motherfucking PSA. Now, normally, we try our best not to get too political on our platform. But the Taraji P. Henson, hosting the BET Awards this year, wants everyone to know to show up and show out for them ballots when it's time to vote. Now, this is before our lovely Kamala Harrison, current vice president, soon to be president, has been announced for candidacy. But we're talking about the proposal of Project 2025 that she mentioned at the BET Awards. Now, Taraji specifically called out the hefty proposal that supported by numerous conservative groups as a means of dismantling the U.S. government with a Trump win. And as many people were crafted through the Republican political strategist Kevin Roberts' lobbying sector, the Heritage Foundation Now, I kind of messed up on that. Please forgive me. But what we want you to do is to vote. We want you to be out there to be heard and be seen so we can protect ourselves and the generation behind us. Conservatives, Republicans, Donald Trump do not have us or our morals or our vantage views in priority. So Taraji was just telling us we need to be woke, and we need to stay ready. What's your take on it?
I'm with Taraji 100%.
Me too.
I'm
I
a
just
fan.
want
I trust. I read her. I admire her, and I'm with her 100%.
Yeah, I just want to start off by saying this. When I think of Project 2025, I think of all of the essentials that are on jeopardy. For example, gay marriage, the Department of Education, the free lunch program, Social Security, etc. Those are essentials that people use because the truth is the government doesn't know what the fuck we're going through. And I'm with you, Mom. I'm also with Taraji, and I'm not a person who's like on Kamala's side. Even though I do hope that she wins for president, and I can only hope and pray. Or I'm damn for sure not on Trump's side. That's for sure. Or like when it comes to president, I'm not on anyone's side. I am not involved with this argument that was going to go on. I'm just my focus since day one is to try to get by with this greedy ass government that has been greedy for who knows how long, and I'm not going to compare my opinion to other person's opinion about what they think about the president. That's all I'm gonna say. Fakina.
So again, this is another top. My apologies. This is another topic that I'm unfamiliar with. But in terms of the presidency, I am for Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
I am for the people. I've been listening to her, campaigns throughout the day, and she's for us. When I say us, she's for people of color. She's for women. She talked about what is the law that they passed to ban abortions, and so she wants to bring back Roe versus Wade. So she wants to basically allow women to have say so over their bodies and be able to be productive. And I met Kamala Harris over 20 years ago when I was in Delancey Street. I helped her with her campaign when she became district attorney. So there's a connection that I have with her.
Amazing.
Oakland's very
amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And just being a woman of color, I feel empowered by her just running for presidency.
Like the very first woman of color to be nominated for.
I was kind of like driving to work different today, like good posture, and I just felt this sense of empowerment. So I definitely hope that she wins.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my daughter had the nerve to say, she was like, "Ooh, the president gonna look like me." I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "We got the same hair, same skin, everything."
Yes,
it's like me.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the impact that will have on women of color, and especially the younger generation, and giving them that hope and that inspiration that they could be someone.
Yes. Oh my God.
Now, so what would be really, really beautiful is if she called old Michelle and said, "Come be my VP."
Yeah,
that would be the one. That would be it. If Michelle Obama was the vice president and then Obama was the second man,
we would get some shit done around here.
A whole bunch.
As Johnson said, who run the world? Girls.
Oh man, I'm just. It's a very it's a very overwhelming feeling. I'm overwhelmed.
Yes. Let's keep that energy going and flowing.
Yes.
Okay, well, child, yeah, Kanye West. Whatever the fuck is it? Yay, Kanye? Is it yay?
Yeah.
It's Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay, Kanye West, whatever the fuck his name is, recently found himself in deep water as popular brands continue to cut ties with him. Amid his growing financial woes, he reached
Mm-hmm.
out to his Kardashian for money. Wow. In
Mm-hmm.
October 2022, Kanye lost a massive endorsement deal with a realtor in the wake of his anti Semitic. Am I pronouncing that right? Semitic.
Anti-Semitic.
Semantic.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me read that again with my illiterate ass. Kim Kardashian for money. In October 2022, Kanye lost a massive endorsement deal with a retailer in the wake of his anti-Semitic remarks and other offensive comments. According to In Touch Insider, he didn't let it affect his spending habits. But it has gotten to the point where he has no other choice but to make some cutbacks, such as flying coach, instead of private jets. Bubblers, do you think Kim should offer Kanye some money? Of course, that's her baby daddy. You got to. You
Right.
got to take it for the team.
Had them kids one of them days that you gonna need to spend.
I
Right.
You
mean,
gonna be spending with them kids.
yeah, I mean, she's financially capable of helping him. If Kim a Libra like me. So um in the event of her helping him financially, if if it was me, it would be stipulations in the sense of him being more cautious of how vocal he is. Celebrities have people, they have publicists, they have people that teach them how to properly answer questions in interviews. He's overly opinionated. He brought this on himself,
So
and
yeah,
he says a lot of things that very well may be true, but when you are in the public eye, you have your name attached to all of these different brands. So what is it, the anti-Semitic comment,
semantic. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
comment that he made at the time he lost the endorsement with Adidas. I mean, Adidas is a household name brand. They've been around for many, many years. So he worked his way up to a great status. And I'm not trying to justify his behavior, but Kanye has been diagnosed of having mental illnesses.
Yes.
And he has had moments where he's gone unmedicated. And so I say all that to say, yes, Kim should definitely help him out financially, but also give him some professional advice moving forward in terms of, maybe offer an apology. That would be a great start. A lot of celebrities, they do things and they're able to wiggle their way out of situations by holding themselves accountable and being apologetic about whatever it is that they did that may have been offensive. So
Right.
should help them.
Very good.
All I can say is Kanye better go ahead and get that coin.
Back.
He gonna
Back.
get it.
Get it back.
He gonna get it. Y'all best believe that.
He hasn't done anything that terrible to be canceled. Yes, he has said some things that were distasteful and offensive. Again, people have said worse and still recovered.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
he definitely has an opportunity to right his wrongs.
As we all do.
I mean, you know what they say, it's never too late to apologize.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Right. And you don't have to be a multimedia mogul to make a mistake and be able to apologize, redeem yourself, and rebuild yourself. We are all capable of doing that.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Not to mention he struggles with
I think it's
mental issues.
bipolar. I think he was diagnosed as being bipolar.
Which makes sense because he is a Gemini.
On top of that, he's a
Mm-hmm.
disaster waiting to happen.
Yes. And all the issues he, came up with after his mom passed away. He's not mentally stable.
And he's also someone that's always been, prior to his mother's death, he's always been very vocal and very passionate about whatever it is. He's like they say, he's stand on business.
He's
Whatever he
spent
feels.
10 toes on business.
He should
Absolutely.
have stayed his ass in college and became a motherfucking political advocate.
Absolutely. Very passionate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So moving forward, Donald Trump injured in Pennsylvania. Next up, former President Donald Trump opened up about being shot in the ear after a gunman opened fire towards the stage at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania this past Saturday. According to ABC News, officials claim that the shooting was being investigated as a possible assassination attempt, and that the live rounds were apparently fired from outside the security perimeter. In the wake of the shooting, investigators were trying to find out the identity of the male suspect who was killed by a Secret Service counter sniper in accordance with the source. A spokesperson from Trump issued a statement and claimed, quote, President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick action during the heinous act. He is fine and he is being checked out at a local medical facility. So, Bubblers, what do you think of this?
It was a setup.
I think it was staged.
It was set up. Yes. Ain't nobody tried to kill that man.
I feel. Well, my thing is, how did he get so close with a weapon?
Right. Okay. So I can break that part down. So what they said was the Secret Service, they have a direct perimeter of security. They said that outside of that, then it was on local law enforcement to secure the perimeter. Now, there's intel that Secret Service and local authorities share a mapping, wherever the event is. These are hotspots or places where someone will have easy access to do something, maybe get away or have the vantage view of doing such what was being done, right? So that was the sticky icky part about that. It all makes too much sense. It all run together too fine, too smoothly. The guy is dead. Why the sniper didn't see him before he shot? Because he's supposed to be scanning the perimeter outside. So, and then he went down with the fist stuff, and it just he make me feel bad that my first name is Donald again.
Yeah, it definitely screams stage.
Yeah.
And it is awfully convenient how the Secret Services they pawned off, their responsibilities and blame the local police department. It's like, okay, they weren't in our perimeter. We're supposed to secure this part. We're not responsible for that part. That's on them. We were on our job, but they weren't doing their job. So it's like a bunch of fingers being pointed around at this point. I did watch the doctor that did an interview on the news in reference to him not getting stitches. And so it was controversy about. Yeah, it was controversy.
When he got grazed, because it's like you was bleeding, brother.
He did not need stitches.
And
so, he talked about the tissues that were damaged and just, how much harm that was caused to the ear, but you don't need stitches. So
by bullet.
So it's just like it's up in the air. Like it's again, it definitely when I first saw it and I heard even the way that he react. I'm not a body language specialist. However, I have enough sense to know body language and the way that people should possibly respond if they're injured. So, for an example, if you guys notice in the video, like he didn't collapse, like
he
he
didn't
took
jump down when he heard it.
none of
Yeah,
that.
like he just heard a gunshot.
Like he was
and
waiting for
and
him
he
to
was
something to
covering
happen.
his ear, and then he just
Right.
got down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when someone is, I mean, of course people, react differently when they're in a state of shock, but you've been
Yeah.
injured. People are they're ambushing you. They're more aggressive about the crime than you
Getting
are.
down.
Yeah, and there was even a woman in the audience that was videotaping everything. She
That
wasn't
never moved.
that never moved. Like she did.
I'm about to take this bullet, getting this shot.
Yeah, like she didn't run for cover. She didn't fall and drop and roll and all of the procedures you should take in the event of an active shooter.
And
So
everyone around you.
absolutely, like everybody else is freaking out and they scrambling around and they're trying to run to safety. She's on camera. His body language. Yeah. It gave very much. I took one for the team, so now what's up? Like you shot me, but I ain't dead. It just. I don't know. I don't know. It just.
Oh my
none,
God.
None
Just say
of it.
what you. Oh wait. Go ahead.
Yeah. I would really like to hear more from people that are specialists in body language
or
and,
military training.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely would love to hear a conversation and some interviews of what their feedback is of the incident.
Mommy, what you think?
I think that I went to sleep for a second. I'm so sorry.
So you didn't have to say nothing we didn't know.
Oh,
you on this iPad acting like you on this podcast acting like Anita Baker in concert.
No, but Fuki's voice is so relaxed. Like you go through a trance listening to her talk. It's so relaxing. It's heaven sent.
Thank you.
But Donald Trump, we talking about Donald Trump, right?
Yes. Donald J.
Blasted in the ear.
So I do think it was. I think if anybody is a sniper and was paid to kill that man, when they
He would have died.
yeah, because they would have kept shooting. That little ear graze, that was all Donald Trump, and he probably didn't even get grazed. So I just think his was something he did, and it's something they have, whatever. But at the end of the day, God orders our steps, and I really believe Kamala's going to win.
Yes,
She has my vote, and I'm going to rally up a whole bunch of people, and we are all going to. I might have a vote party. I'm going to grab as many people as I possibly can and drag them down and make sure that they vote.
Yes.
Are you
and
guys?
The fact that we've made it this far. The fact that we've made it this far is absolutely amazing. But for some reason, I feel like she's going to win just because of the universe. This is what's going on. And the Bible say things are going to happen like this. Stuff that you don't never imagine happen in the last days is going to happen. And she's biting off a big piece of cookie. So she got some work ahead of her. But
like
I really
she built for it.
She had the highest raising donation of
in history. It was historical. It was historical.
That was just the first
50
day.
50 million.
That was the first day. Yes, that was beautiful. But are you guys also informed that Donald J. Trump also withdrew participating in the presidential debate?
What?
Because he can't go against her.
Hold on.
I can say it again if you want me to.
Go ahead. Hold on.
Former President Donald J. Trump has already resigned and has refused to participate in the presidential debate.
Let me look this up.
You can't compete where you can't compare.
Exactly.
Kamala is well
He
educated.
gonna eat his ass up because you are a fucking felon, a sex offending, embezzling. Just know she gonna ass up.
Yes.
So they're both gonna do it. They're both just gonna.
Only thing I can say about
did he really just drop out of the election?
No, not out of the election. He dropped out of the presidential debate.
So I have a question about the debate. Is it mandatory?
Yeah. Well, okay. This is the thing. Let's say Biden had got COVID during the debate versus right now, right? If he was sick, anything happened, then the Republican or the other presidential candidate would just go ahead and answer the questions and make their statement without the other party being there.
Being present.
Okay. Exactly. So there are the reasons why, but we know the reason why of this. This is very, very obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, you don't compare, we don't compete. So, but yeah, I was going to say his vernacular, very far and vast in between what she has and what she's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, I love
it. She's a lawyer.
She's already eating him up just on her page, like the thing.
Yes.
About.
Yes, yes. He gonna say. I would assume. I'm sorry. He would say something incriminating that he ain't said yet that she would pick up because she's a lawyer. She's gonna fact check everything he says.
I just want to say this really quick. I'm not I am hopeful that Kamala does win the election, and if she does, even if she doesn't, that is cool. I just don't get involved in politics too much. I normally don't use my platform for politics. If people love Kamala, they love Kamala. If people hate her, people hate her. They love Trump, they love Trump. They hate Trump, they hate Trump. Because this is from my experience when it comes to politics. Why does it even matter who we're voting for? And I'm probably going to get backlash for saying this. Because at the end of the day, they're two different people. Kamala and Donald Trump are two different people.
Right, and they stand for two different sets of morals and values.
Yeah. And they have two different agendas.
And you have to think, and that is actually how our nation is divided into.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But at the end of the day, when we talk about the higher power,
yes,
and what has been written, and how the universe is going round and round, can't nothing stop what's meant to happen. So I think she's meant to happen. And I think it's a miraculous thing and nobody can stop it. What God has for her. God orders her steps and it's going to happen because it's just in her favor. And it is going to be a miraculous thing. And I think it is absolutely insane that Trump is even eligible to run again with his track record. But it's okay because whatever happens is gonna happen anyway. And God ain't brought that girl this far to turn her back. I'm sorry.
Right. And look,
when she first came in as vice president, I said to myself when I looked at poor little Joe Biden, his little wrinkly old self, I said he gonna end up croaking, and she's going to be up next. I felt that in my spirit. And in this world, Barack Obama was a miracle when that happened. First black. And now we need a woman. Now we need a woman. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Remember this day. She's going to win. And favor ain't fair. Not only is favor not fair, but she is the most eligible. She's the most eligible. And I am just like, I don't really put my hope and my my trust in man. I just trust God. I trust the universe to do what it's gonna do. And I'm just riding a wave because I don't have the power, the money, or anything to change anything. So I'm not gonna let nothing drive me crazy. I ride the wave. But when I tell you, I really believe that this is just what it is, and she's going to win.
Yes.
Trump had his party when he was in. He
Mhm.
had his. He's not going to win again.
And guess
It's just
what?
not gonna happen. We moving on to some new things. Now, when Kamala comes into office, I'm sure we're gonna be dealing with some things that we just gonna have to be ready for. It's probably gonna be other pandemics and all that. People are so angry, so we will have to we will have to be ready because it's gonna get ugly because of hate. But she's going to win. But we're gonna have to pay a price for her winning.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of it, I mean, Trump can say he's gonna say that he's gonna win all he wants, and many Trump supporters can hope that he wins all he wants. But at the end of the day, from what I know, he's probably gonna get his karma.
Mm.
It's sorry.
Well,
It's sad and funny that Nene Leakes told Phaedra Parks, "You never win when you play dirty, bitch."
period.
Donald Trump, you don't win when you play dirty, bitch.
Amen. And guess what? That brings us to the halfway point of our season 2 finale. We hope you're enjoying the trip down memory lane as much as we are. We're going to take a short break now, but don't go anywhere because we've got some exciting segments lined up for you when we return.
All right.
I can't wait to
It's a
get my
it's
braids
actually a
tomorrow.
really easy fix.
We back at it, huh?
All
I
right,
wish
let's dive in.
Welcome back to the Bubble Chat. In the next segment, we are thrilled to share some of the memories that we have created over the season. We'll dive into the funny, unexpected, and the heartfelt moments that happen. And finally, we'll be wrapping up with a sneak peek of what's to come in season 3. We've got a we've got big plans and can't wait to share a few hints about the exciting topics and guests that we will have lined up for you guys. Now, I don't know if Kenny, you've been here the shortest time, but do you have any memories of the episodes you've been a part of in season 2 that you
That's so that I want to revisit.
mhm.
Uh, it's so ironic that you asked that because I was just talking to Sire E earlier today about the bubble chat and about the podcast.
Mhm.
I can say what I love mostly is, I'm a serious person,
Mhm.
but what I love mostly about the bubble chats is to be able to have a platform where I can speak openly about politics. Being a hairstylist, that's one of the subjects that I always stay away from.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so,
Mhm.
every time we've touched on politics, I was, very communicative because this is a
Yes, your lane.
judgment-free zone. Absolutely, where we can just lay it out. So tonight, talking about Kamala, is actually my biggest highlight of all of our bubble chats.
Oakland,
Awesome.
very own.
Yes.
Oh my God, and that's a trip. All of us are hairstylists. I have retired, but I got my license in 1993 and then I taught as a barber at Moeller Barber College. And hairstylists are unique people who have a lot of freedom. And sometimes we take advantage of how blessed we are because we can make our own schedule. We can talk slang, we can cuss, we can take a break when we want to take a break.
Fabulous.
We're spoiled rotten, really. And we can make as much money as we want to make. If we want to just stand behind that chair and work till we can't no more. And it's absolutely a blessing to be a psychiatrist for our clients Like people sit in our chair, they come sit in our chair, and of course, they like the style we give them. But most importantly, they sit in our chair because they trust us, and they talk to us about things that's going on in their lives, and we're their confidant, we're their psychiatrist, we're their doctor.
That's right.
And this is a ministry. It is a ministry to be a hairstylist, and it's such a blessing. And I do kind of miss it, doing hair or whatever and having that relationship. But I'm just glad for social media because, we still get to be in touch with everybody and people inbox you and, they uplift you when you having a bad day and then you do the same thing when they having one. So
Right.
it's definitely a roundabout circle, 360-degree circle, which is just like an absolute blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm a girl, I've been doing hair since 93, so I was doing all those French rolls and
Okay.
Buns,
buns and
breezes,
and the ponytails and the barrel curls and all of that. I come from them days
straight
of
hair
the
wasn't in then. That was just a
pineapple,
basic wrap, right?
baby, the pineapple waves and the doobies and all
Ooh.
I'm old school like a mug.
I
Yeah, and
never,
I
I,
come
go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I was just gonna say I commend all these young girls, even the little young babies in the kitchen who haven't even got their license yet, who can French braid a head and sew a weave in all together in an hour and a half, and take some razor and cut it and make it look like they did a precision cut. Like these kids these days are magicians.
Yes, there is such thing as infinite imagery.
I'm
That's
a
what I was gonna
beautician.
share.
Because
I
imagery is
I
infinite.
never Donnie actually is a person who motivated me to get my license over 10 years ago. I started doing hair in the second grade. I was just telling the client today, I learned how to use a clipper when I was 12. I would cut my grandfather, my dad, and my brother's hair. I learned how to cut with a straight razor. And in junior high, I remember charging people, this was back in the 80s, I would charge my friends $5. This was when salt and pepper was very famous, and obviously everybody wanted their hairstyle, but I would shave off a portion of their hair with a comb. Uncle Blue, I would steal his razors
Yeah.
and break them. And I'll take a comb and shave it, and then I would take the razor and put the lines in, and I would color their hair with Kool-Aid. But I would always ask, like, "Do you have permission? Do you have permission?" And then, of course, everyone lied and said they had permission. And then they would disappear, and they were on punishment. And so, for many years, I was like one of those girls in the kitchen, like braiding. I braided for many years. I did sew-ins, and I'll never forget when we had our recession. Donnie was working downtown Oakland, and it's with Lisa, and so I
Mhm.
went down, and I was like at this pivotal point in my life where it was like, okay, I have this talent, and we're going through a recession, and I'm scared. I'm a single mom. I'm living in San Ramon. My bills are very expensive. But luckily for me, I did have a financial cushion to put myself through school. And he was like, "Catfish, go on and go to school. Like, this is the time." And so I'm extremely grateful that I've had him as a solid friend to be able to push me to greatness and encourage me to go to school. Actually, the company that I work for right now, I've been there for 6 years. Donnie trained me in his living room. I'll never forget. I had went through
A lot.
some personal trauma,
A lot.
and I reached out to him, and he was like, "Look, you need to learn how to do blowouts. Your clients will love you." And I remember he was like, "Bring, get a model." I grabbed my niece. I was like, "I need you to be my model." We went to his house in Oakland. He showed me how to do, he pretty much gave me like the meat of it, and just being able to grow where I am right now, and to also be able to provide emotional support and to polish myself both personally and professionally. I'm actually transitioning now. I'm slowly retiring from the physical labor I teach at the company I work for, and so I'm ready to transition to teach full time and to be able to pass the years of experience down to other people, and and give them the opportunity to take good care of themselves. But I'm very grateful for being a hairstylist and meeting the people that I've met. I meet a lot of amazing people every single day, and God put people in my seat at the right time, at the right place, whether it's just for me to talk them off the ledge or them to talk me off the ledge. So being a hairstylist is definitely a rewarding career on many levels.
I love it.
And I
Every
wouldn't
bit of
even
it.
have my family had I not went to college, became an assistant, and was assisting everybody and everything in the goddamn Oakland. And that's where I met my wife and started my family and our business and worked with Tiffany Hash and everything. And now into full circle, here we are on this platform,
Absolutely.
talented with our hands, but our mind and our tongues are a little bit more in articulation, and we are pushing this envelope as well.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Thank you, Juwan.
You're
Yes.
welcome. I want to say this. I want to say this before we sign off for today. I just want to say I've been podcasting since 2022. It was me and cousins at the time. We only did one episode together, and then they moved on because of conflict with the job. I did a couple of episodes by myself. It did not turn out really well that I expected it to be, and I just stopped up, and I just felt like I gave up. And Mom has been trying to make me hire her for the show, but she's been doing so much for me, so I have to give in, and I'm honestly glad I did. She's been vocal too. And then our co-host line started growing and went for just me, my mom, and my aunt, me, mom, my uncle, and aunt, and now me, my mom, you, Adonis, Jasmine, and Fukina. This goes to show you how much growth that we're just now getting, and I'm so happy that I just continue to follow my passion and follow my heart and just not continue to give up. I posted an Instagram post about Mom being on a Sherry Shepherd show, and she inspired, and she recently, when she announced on the Wendy Williams show that she was going to have her own talk show, inspired me to get to have my own podcast, and like I didn't know where it was going to take me, but I just knew it's just something that I want to do, and like throughout those times where I haven't done a podcast at the time at all, I felt like it was all for nothing until Mom came in and stepped forward because she was available everywhere I can, and I've been doing my job, even though there has been even though we've been through facing setbacks, and it's just a blessing that I've stayed committed and determined to keep this podcast journey going. So, cheers.
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 Ain't got shit. Okay, so bubblers, before we close the show for this evening, we want to give you some tea about what's coming up in season 3. So we talked and we talked and we talked and we came up with some ideas. And some of the ideas that we're going to bring to the table, to the panel, to you guys is on the charts. This segment will focus on music. Old, new, touring, features, writers, producers. Remember, that segment will be called On the Charts. In season 3, we'll be going over all the tours that have been taking place over the year of 2024. So, that would include Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, the likes of the Queens of Comedy, Escape, and SWV. We have Chris Brown. So there's a lot of good things going on out there. So there's a lot of good things we'll be sharing. Then there's another segment we will have called Speaking from the Heart. Now, this is where individually, myself, Juwan, Shay, or Fuki will be bringing you a story that we have been touched by, that we want to share with you. And hopefully it'll be endearing and motivating and loving and all that good gushy shit that we need to keep pushing us. Like Shay said earlier, we need to put things into the universe so we can get it back. And that is just good, positive, clean energy, right?
Absolutely.
Period.
Now, of course, we're gonna keep talking shit. We're gonna have gossip. We're gonna have teas, but we're also gonna involve and intricate interviews, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to get those on.
And local shout outs. Now, what I mean by local shout out is, I'll do it right now. Just this past weekend, I did a birthday party for Darnell Evans. He is a Tommy T's patron. He is always supporting the team and all the house comics there. And all the house comics were there, as such as Mario Hodge. And I don't know anyone else, but I was there. And I was happy and I did my thing, but I was happy that I was able to work with those that I look up to, those that are mentoring me, those that I can study after. So very, very happy. So that's a shout out to Tommy T's House Comedians, which also Queen Manager Shay Sugar right here on our very own podcast is the manager of such club. So that's what it is. That's what we're talking about. Just shouting out local people doing great things in our community that helps us all in whatever fashion or capacity it is. So I'm not going to tell you no more, but that's just a little bit of what we got bringing up to you in season 3. I hope you'll be ready for it because we're geared up to give it to you. And in conclusion, at the end of season 2 of this finale, it's been an incredible season filled with fascinating discussions, inspiring stories, and unforgettable moments. We want to extend our heartfelt thank you to all of our guests who generously shared their knowledge and experiences with us. To our listeners, your support and engagement has made our journey truly special. Your feedback, questions, and enthusiasm is what keeps us going, and we can't wait to continue this adventure with you. Remember, the Bubble Chat is all about creating a space for open dialogue and exploration, and we're so grateful to have you with us. We're thrilled to announce that season 3 will premiere on September 2nd. We've got a lot of exciting topics and amazing guests lined up for you. So mark your calendars in the meantime and stay connected with all of us collectively and individually on social media platforms for updates and special content. Until next time, this is Juwan, this is Shay, this is Adonis, this is Fukina, and Jasmine, even though she's not here, signing off. We want to thank you for joining us on the Bubble Chat podcast, and we'll see you in September. I want you to take care and keep the conversation going.
Bye, guys.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Shay, and I definitely look forward to us working together in season 3
as well.
I'm just trying to give you something.